Hello everyone. I thought I'd give an update here on the smoker. I've had it now for right at 10 months, and I had my first malfunction with this particular smoker. For Christmas we were smoking, I had 6 chickens in here, of those little mesquite chickens I did on my last video, and we were going to give those out for gifts. And what I had done is I had turned the smoker on to 250 degrees like I always do to let it preheat, and the built-in thermostat was saying it was only getting 235 degrees, and my little external one that I keep as a spare was only showing it was getting to 230 degrees. And so I turned the temperature up on the smoker to 275, which is the maximum temperature the smoker will go to. And it still wouldn't break that 235 degree mark. And so I thought, well, I got to get these chickens smoking. I did it, the day we had to deliver them. So I went ahead and put the chickens in, and it took an hour and a half to get those 6 chickens back up to 235 degrees, which was ridiculous. There had to be something going on. So my first thought was, well, the element's starting to go out. And so of course I opened the door, you can see the element down in there, and it wasn't glowing real bright red like it does when it's trying to get up to temperature. So I thought, well, shoot. So I just let the chicken smoke at 235 degrees, which is the maximum it would get up to, for 3 or 4 hours just to give them a smoky flavor, and then we finished them in the oven. So after I was done with that, the following day I had to go back to work, so I called Masterbuilt, their 800 number on their website, and I called them from work, and I talked to a gal, and she said, I told her what was going on, how it wouldn't reach temperature, and my first guess was it was the element going out. And she says, no, it probably isn't the element, it's probably the control unit, which I'm assuming is right in here. And she says she'd need the serial number off the machine, receipt from Cabela's where I bought this, and I think that was it. I didn't have that on me because I was at work, so I said, well, I'll call back, I'll call home, get from my wife, get all the information, I'll call you back. So I called back about an hour later, and got a gentleman this time at the customer service through Masterbuilt, and told him what was going on. I had to repeat the story, and he says, yeah, he says, it's not the element, he says, it's the control board. I said, okay. And he says, I said, do you need a fax copy of the receipt? He goes, no. He goes, you bought it in February, you could tell by the serial number apparently. And that was really all I needed, was the serial number and the date I purchased it. So they were really good to work with. I have to say that about Masterbuilt. They were great. He says, I'll get one shipped out to you in the mail. Being the holidays, it's going to take a little longer, which I expected. And I thought, you know what, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pop the cover off the back of the smoker and look at the element connections. On this particular smoker, let me spin this around for you here. See if the camera's on it here. Yeah, close enough. Down here near the bottom, underneath this cover, which is held on by 6 screws, is the connections for the element, heating element. So you pop those off. There's 2 plug wires that go on the element itself, and then 2 screws that hold stuff in there, or 2 little nuts. One of those nuts was loose. It looked like it was a ground wire, and the 2 little spade connectors that went on the element itself were getting pretty burnt. So that kind of worries me. I'll probably go ahead and replace those while I'm working on it. But what's going to happen here is once Masterbuilt, once I receive the part, I'll make a YouTube video here. I haven't seen one online yet. I'll make a YouTube video on exactly how to replace this part. They said they're going to send some instructions on how to do this. And like I said, I don't even know exactly. I'm assuming it's underneath that this plate here. That's all I can figure. But once I get it, I'll make another video on how to repair this thing. Hopefully I can get it figured out easy enough. And something else I was going to share with you guys. Back in the smoker, right in here, is the what I believe to be the thermostat for the internal part of the smoker. And it's good to, you know, every couple times you smoke, take something and wipe that thermostat off to get it cleaned off so it reads well. Now on mine, the temperature probe that's built in, I've done already ruined mine. I was doing a turkey. I went to pulled out the bird, my hands were greasy, and pulled the sheeting right off the thermostat probe, so now it won't read right. And why I had Masterbuilt on the phone, I asked them about that, and they said I'd have to get a whole new housing to replace this. So that's one downside I'm finding now with this smoker, is this is not easily replaceable. Masterbuilt, another hint to you, make this so it just plugs in, so the average guy can just throw in a new one when this one malfunctions. There's a little tip for Masterbuilt right there. Make things, you know, easily replaceable for the average man here. You can do them right in at our own home. I keep an oven thermometer in here as an extra reference, just, you know, just a redundancy basically. I like to keep everything the right temperature. I need to go through and clean this since I did the chickens the other day. I haven't done that yet. So anyway, there's a quick update on my first real malfunction with the smoker. So when I get the new parts in here in the next week or so, I'll come back and make another video on showing how to install all this. Merry Christmas, everyone.